Terra Luna Classic for me is primed and ready to make a significant break from where we are. I think we could be seeing a zero go very, very soon if a few things align. I'm going to talk about them in this video, and equally why I truly believe Terra Luna Classic is a long-term but a very beneficial and potentially lucrative play for me in this video. So be sure to hit the like button. Let's send this far and wide. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Terra Luna Classic, NFTs, and everything else every day here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel. But with that being said, let's dive into it. So currently sitting 2876, just marginally up on yesterday. Volume is down 23%, but still a pretty solid number, $448 million as of the time of recording this video, which is about halfway through the day. So we could be set for a pretty strong day in terms of volume. We can see some of the volumes going through as we saw that Binance burn that we get every week. We did see some pretty good volume. It hasn't tailored off, however, as much as we have seen in the previous 2 weeks, which is a good sign. Our market cap just sitting under that $1.8 billion and ranked 32 highest cryptocurrency right now. So in terms of the numbers, we feels pretty solid. Again, we feel like a real stable level of consolidation is being built around this 2.8 to 3 level, which I think is really good. We'll take a look at that in a bit more detail in just a second. Equally, when we come over and have a look, we are seeing a bit of a fluctuation in terms of on-chain volume going through as well. We do need to get this ramped up, because if you look on the 30-day, you can see obviously from the 1.2% burn tax implementation, we do have slightly lower volume than we would have hoped. Again, there's lots of discussions going on in terms of the tax structure and what we can do to really support that on-chain volume. And, you know, look, there's more than building applications, although it is a fundamental part of it. It's how do we get volume put over onto that Terra station. But at the same time, we're still putting $19.6 billion through on there. Now, obviously, that is then taxed at the 1.2% burn tax. Likewise, we have the Binance burns and the Binance fees, and we'll take a look at that in just a second where we've got that. But we have kind of got two solid, you know, fundamental points of burning Terra Luna Classic. Now, when we look at the more technical chart, we can see we're a bit up and down. I know that's not the most technical of terms in the world, but we were trending really nicely above the threes. We broke out from the threes and managed to sustain, and then we saw a pretty aggressive sell-off across the whole market. The whole market took a bit of a tank around late last night. We have slowly been building our upward trend, though. As you can see, this is definitely an upward trend to where we sit currently now at 28,799, 2.72% up. Now, we have seen UST going pretty crazy, in all fairness. It again broke 6 cents yesterday, has pulled back nearly 20%, but again is fluctuating between that, and we are seeing some level of consolidation being built. So the two things are really going hand in hand, and I think the important bit for me here is, as confidence and trust is built in USTC, that will ultimately build trust in Luna Classic. Now, we know, and again, people talk about it being dead, but 450 million daily volume is definitely not a dead project. And I think, again, the discussion and the repeg of USTC is certainly at the forefront of everyone's mind, because all of these link back in to the Luna Classic ecosystem. And we're even talking now about people using validators on the Luna 2 chain to then burn some of those rewards. And I think for me, that's the innovation, and why I am so comfortable and confident with Luna Classic is the ideas, the passion, the drive of the community is like nothing else we've seen for a long time. And I think we have some brilliant minds, you know, getting this thing sorted. We've got some amazing influencers supporting, and ultimately the best community out there that really have the interests of this project. Now, again, like I said, we have found some real nice level of consolidation between this 28 to kind of 30 mark, which is really nice to see, because that's where we builded the support, and when we went on that big run up to breaking the 4s and then on to the 6s. Now, I don't think it will happen as quickly as what we saw last time, but I do think we will start to see some positive movement. Now, think about this, Bitcoin at 19.1, if we got some more aggressive moves in terms of just the global crypto market, then we certainly could start to see some pretty strong movement. You can see we're at 923 billion, so again, we are significantly behind where we have been, with BTC dominance at 39.7, tells me that people are absolutely buying into altcoins. But if we get some strong sentiment in the market, we could absolutely see some aggressive price movement from Luna Classic, and equally, like I said, USTC. Now, the big thing we're still waiting for, Luna on Coinbase. Again, something like this would really rocket propel the price. It would give another level of legitimacy to it, and equally opens the doors to a significant number of investors through Coinbase. Now, we know, and I talked about this in some previous videos, they only suspended as opposed to removed. So there is definitely every opportunity and ambition, in my view, for Coinbase to list that. I think right at the minute, and we're not seeing some huge volumes that we would expect to see. And I think that's where the benefit's going to come in. All I would say is if Binance can burn the margin and spot trading fees from their transactions, that must tell you something about the volume of Lunar Classic that's going through, or equally the footfall being taken to their platform. Now, I wanted to bring you this chart, and I've been running the numbers over the last couple of weeks to try and give you guys as accurate information as I possibly can. So we're already starting to track the volume data that's going through to give us a rough idea. Currently, based on the percentages that I've seen at, we're about 24% when you take away the Binance premium customers. And currently we're sitting at potential just over 1 billion burns. Now, we do have 4 more days to go until we see that fully transpire, so I'll keep you updated on that. But the point here is that even if we can continue between that sort of 3 to 5, 3 to 6 billion, which I do think is low, and as the volume increases, we'll do it. It's a guaranteed every single week burn mechanism that is coming through for Lunar Classic. And I think although yes, we want the number to be bigger, yes, we want it to be supported, but ultimately this is still a half a trillion burn every single year. And again, sometimes when people want this to happen tomorrow, that's when we get big, corrections in the market. For me, it's a slow, steady build, a slow growth back to its former glory, although this time it will be much stronger, much more fit for purpose, and much more ready for the investors to be involved in. So I'll keep you updated on everything going on with that. So with that being said, there's the Binance burns coming. We've got projects on board, and we've got the community validators coming live in less than 14 days right now. And again, we're going to see probably some significant movement in terms of burns. Yes, we have a significant number of supply to get through, but all of these little things will always add up. And I think for me, the volume that's still going through, the sentiment that you feel about the community, these big whales that are buying into Lunar Classic, I've seen some huge buys and equally some big wallets of Lunar Classic that are holding long term. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see where we're in 6 months, 12 months time, because I still for one will be covering Terra Lunar Classic as I have from the day of the crash, because I genuinely believe that all those people that lost have an opportunity to recoup it, and equally those that got in and are supporting it, I think could make some big gains. Now, that's going to do it for this video. We hope to see a zero gone very soon. If you want to keep up to date, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video if you think we're going to lose a zero this time this year, and I'll see you guys in the next video.